pay this way.
Your job's a joke, you broke. Your love lies to your way.
Cheers, baby.
It's like you're always stuck in
Chicken Bill.
when it hasn't been your day, your week, your month, or even your year.
Oh,
I'll be there for you.
Because you're so pretty.
You're so handsome.
Oh, gross.
All right.
Howdy,
All right.
friends.
Hey, we're back.
We're back.
The hiatus is officially
Cheers.
over.
Cheers.
Cheers, everyone.
Yes, cheers to everybody.
Cheers. Mm-hmm.
So as you can tell, we are in a lovely...
I'm going to say a motel.
We are in a weed tell. That's what we're in right now.
It is a weed tell.
Weed
yes.
tell.
I'm going to solely blame it on Google.
Not take responsibility.
No responsibility here. Nope.
So we are right now in an undisclosed location.
Yeah.
Undisclosed location because we are surprising somebody. By the time this gets out, we'll
She'll already know.
she'll already know. But
She'll.
we're seeing
they'll.
they.
Yeah.
I don't know. Will know the surprise because, you know. But, yeah, so here we are. We are sorry for our absence.
I would say a hiatus. It's not an absence. It was a hiatus.
It was an
It was a
absent
chosen-
hiatus.
It was a chosen
It was a
absence.
chosen absent
Mhm.
hiatus.
Lots of things have happened.
Yeah, lots of things that happened. First off, I just want to say for those of you who have, right off the bat, for those of you who have watched any of our podcasts, for any of you who have listened to our podcast, we greatly appreciate it.
Yes.
Obviously, we
Yes.
want to say that first and
We
foremost.
love you.
We love you. Just so you guys know who do watch on YouTube, which we find out a lot more people watch on YouTube than we
Yeah,
thought.
for sure.
Apparently, we look funny and are entertaining.
What?
We have a GoPro. That is what's actually
Yes.
recording
A
this.
GoPro 9.
And we hope,
Hero 9.
and we hope that it won't cut us off this time halfway through our.
Hope is the strong word.
Hope is a
because
strong word.
honestly,
There's
it
a red
wouldn't.
light. If that red light goes off, we're done. So
Yeah.
we're good. So we're good there. We've tech supported that.
Yes.
We did find out, actually, recently, we were talking to, so we did an interview with two of our friends, Scott and Celine, a couple of days ago.
We worked with them on the Magic.
We worked
the
with,
Carnival Magic.
no, I
Oh.
worked with Scott
Right.
on the Carnival Freedom, the Carnival Legend, the Carnival Freedom, the Carnival Magic. So I've worked with Scott Lyles. He is a fantastic piano bar player. If any of you who are cruise passengers or crew members, you guys probably know Scott, and he's one of the best
He's
piano
amazing.
players, piano bar guys ever. Celine is a host. They both met each other on ships. They are now engaged. We were there for their engagement. We actually,
Yes.
me and Brittany and I got engaged on the same show, on the same ship, in the same theater as Scott.
A month later
a
than them.
month and a day later. So, yeah, that's kind of cool. But we were doing an interview with them, and you guys should go check out that interview if you get a chance. It is, you just asked them.
Sailwithceline.com.
So what it is it's a blog, and it's about cruise ship life. And Celine
It's
is
really neat.
It's really cool. She's divulging the cruise ship life secrets, which
Even down to what questions you should ask
and
as a
should
guest.
not. But it's funny because that interview went from what was supposed to be probably like a 1 hour, hour and a half
Maybe.
interview to a 4 hour catch up where we were on the phone, or not on the phone, but on Zoom with them. It was a really, really good time. We really
It
enjoyed
was really
catching up
cool.
with them.
Yeah.
But definitely go check that out. It's sailwithceline.com, right?
Yep,
Yeah. So
yep.
go check that out. I don't know if our interview's up yet, but even if it's not, just go check her website out.
Just go support
If
her.
it's not
She's
there yet,
awesome.
go support her at some point. Like, please
Yeah.
go check it out. It's probably going to be a really cool thing.
For sure.
But what we found out from her is that she couldn't find us on Spotify. So I want to say something right now, right here. If you guys cannot find us on Spotify, if you went and looked for us on Spotify and you couldn't find it, message us. Let us know. We got to figure things out. We're still figuring this out as we go. This is only our 4th episode after taking our hiatus. So please.
Oh, this is number 5.
Oh, is this 5?
This is 5.
Well,
But
I've
still.
said we've already only done 4 episodes.
Oh, right. Okay.
Right.
Sorry.
So this is the 5th, which means we've done 4. And
Okay,
now
yeah.
we've done 5.
Okay.
Math is
hard.
So please let us know because we noticed on Spotify there was less people listening
Right,
than there
yeah.
were on YouTube, and we were like, what's going on with that? When Celine said that, we were like,
maybe people
that's
can't
what
find
it
us.
is. Maybe they can't find us. So please let us know. That would really
Mhm.
help us. And
We'll
we-
also post a little bit more about Spotify on our Instagram.
Yeah, we're going to be
and
a bit
our
more
Facebook.
present. We need to be
Yeah.
a bit more present. So, so there's that. The other thing that I want to say right off the bat, since we've been gone.
Since we've been gone. Sorry, I had to. I had to. Kelly Clarkson, my girl. Okay.
You yell when when we do sound level checks for this. Brittany talks like this. She talks real
He
quietly.
sounds so professional.
And then
when we do sound level check,
and then
it's like we're at
we do because we have the gain over here, and if it goes too high, it blows out you guys' ears. So Brittany talks like this, and then as soon as she gets on the microphone, she starts to sound to my God. Like,
yeah, but that didn't just
really-
hurt my. It didn't hurt me. Okay, sorry guys.
What am I gonna do with you?
But Kelly Clarkson.
I get it.
I
Just
know.
find a solid
the-
same
yes.
level, yo.
Yeah. It's gonna take me some time. I don't have any or
She has
monitors. It's real
dynamics.
much-
She has a lot of dynamics, and we don't have
me?
Dom like mixing
I
it.
know,
So
Dom.
or
Shout
Zola.
out.
Or Zola.
Oh, Zola.
Zola la lum. Anyway, so no one knows what that
I
means.
know.
Anyway, the other thing I wanted to say is that, so I know in our very first episode, if you haven't listened to it, go back and listen to it. We talk about Curtis and Kiana Miller a lot. And something that off the bat, yeah, lots of love to them.
Yeah.
We listened to their comeback podcast because
Yes.
they took a little bit of a break because they are heinously busy people.
They own like 500 gyms.
Yeah.
So.
And we were driving back from visiting my dad, and I started listening to it, and in it they gave us a shout out, and it was probably, whether they know it or not, it actually made me tear up a little
It was
bit.
exhilarating.
It was exhilarating
Yeah,
because
it
it's
was
one of those
cool.
things. It was a minor bump in our direction that was just like, okay, cool. Like, this is getting noticed. This is something. So that's why we're back, and we, whatever. But we obviously talked about them ad nauseum. I say that a lot. Get used to it. We talked about them ad nauseum. The very first, so I'm not going to go into huge detail. They will come up again at some point. It's going to be inevitable.
Honestly, you guys are probably going to meet them on our podcast at some point.
Yeah, at some point we'll do an interview with
we
them,
gotta
and
make it
they
up to
might want to
Maine.
do an interview with us. Hint, hint, wink, wink, if you guys listen to this. But if you guys haven't had a chance, or if you guys just want to listen to people that are pretty straightforward and really motivational, Curtis and Kiana are a perfect balance from each other. Curtis is kind of like me in that he's very direct. He's to the point. He doesn't really BS around.
Honestly, I don't think there are enough people like that in the world.
I don't.
So,
I don't.
It's really cool that I know two of them.
And you poor thing. And then Kiana is obviously just
An angel.
and one of those most heartfelt. I feel like heartfelt is a good way
But
to
she also has a
describe
lot
her.
of wisdom. Both of them do.
Yeah, but different wisdom,
Yeah,
which is
it's
really
really
cool.
strange. But
Sitting in
I
front of
love
this
it.
AC unit over here
It's
is
really
actually
cold.
but we'll be fine. We'll work through it. We'll drink our beer.
We gotta drown out the smell
Yeah.
of weed.
marijuana in this
It's not even ours.
hotel.
So.
That's not ours. Anyway, so we just want to shout out to them as we. Anyway, you can tell we haven't done this in a while, and it's really late. So
It is. It's about midnight.
and we've driven 11 hours today. So we wanted to shout out to them and say how much we appreciate it. If you get a chance, go listen to their podcast. It's called Miller Time Fitness.
The Miller Time.
The Miller Time
There are
Fitness.
two. So
And there are two. There's a picture of the two of them. Look for the two gym rat looking people that are just
in the best way
jacked and
possible,
gorgeous.
they're jacked.
And gorgeous, beautiful humans.
Yeah.
But go give them a listen. They have a lot of real life situations, budgeting, time management, self-reliance,
Improvement.
all kinds of stuff. It's all
Fitness,
sorts of
health,
stuff.
Yeah. Everything.
So give them a listen.
Yes.
So
Anywho.
now that we got that out of the way, let's do a run back of what we've been doing. I'm loving it. Even though we swore off fast food
I
for
know
the
we
year.
did. Yeah,
And we've done well so far.
we have.
We've done very well. All right. So
I want McDonald's.
Brittany has her notes.
Yes.
We're going to first just talk about what the last 3.5 weeks have been. It's been a lot. So the last episode we did,
My goodness, it was in Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. That
Yeah.
was, yep. Okay.
We talked.
Since Wisconsin,
We went back to North Carolina for a few days.
yeah,
Got our bearings together, and we went back to Dallas, Texas.
for Mikey, my stepdad's, or my well, yeah, whatever. It's
Yeah,
a
your
complicated
stepdad.
family. I explained this already. Go listen to that episode.
His memorial.
His memorial, which was
Yes.
amazing.
It was
it was
fantastic.
beautiful.
Shout
My
out to April
April,
Swords.
yeah, my sister April.
Amazing.
She did
You're
a
amazing.
great job. She made
Yes.
this like cute little
was
montage
amazing.
video. It was a really good. It was a really
There
good
were so many
service.
tears in so many good ways.
And lots of laughs.
Yeah.
Which is really what matters.
Yeah. It was amazing.
And it was really cool. It was good. It was a good reflection moment on life. As we know, death really does make you reflect on life. That was great. We went and spent. I don't want to burp into the microphone.
He's very polite to you guys.
Nah, burp in your face. You're dealing with me for the rest of your life. It was really nice. I got up and spoke. I didn't know they were going to have an open floor moment. And, you know, when there's always those open floor moments in awkward situations, you have to break the ice. So Patricia, who's a friend of...
Beautiful friend.
a friend, like, she got up and spoke first, and then it was Patrick, me, who got up and spoke second. So it was like the Pats going up and getting the ball rolling. And had a great speaking moment, and that was great. And then went back over to the house and had a great time over there, and you know, partied and drank and laughed and probably cried a little bit. I think each of us disappeared and cried on our own moments, but then continued to.
I mean, we've already spoken about how important family is, and friends, and that was what that night was. It was really, really cool, especially for me, who was never a part of that group to begin with, and then got kind of inundated within it. It was really cool.
So, and it was really good seeing my sister Erica, who I haven't really seen in a long time. It was really, really nice seeing her, and it was that moment when I remembered there were so many, like my humor in general. If anybody who knows me and my humor, I realize how much a part of that comes from Erica and the silliness, because we were just, oh God, we'd just laugh at each other. But
idiots.
And I love her laugh. I forgot her laugh and I missed it. Yeah, it was, you know, obviously I wouldn't say it was a good time. It was obviously a hard time, but it went as well as one could expect it to go.
It was perfect in its own
It was
right.
perfectly imperfect.
Practically perfect in every way.
You sounded so pretty. Why'd you just go
Well,
and...
she goes low. Anyways, so after that,
So, yeah.
where'd we go? Oh, we went back to North Carolina.
We went back to North Carolina.
Yes.
And we made a decision on the way to North Carolina. So my grandfather, when he was alive, bought a mountain cabin in Lake Toxaway, North Carolina. He bought it when I was going to college at Western Carolina University. My grandfather has passed away, and my grandmother inherited this cabin. And my grandmother also has some property in Dallas, has a business in Dallas. She's been really busy in Dallas, so she hasn't had a chance during COVID to go back to the cabin
just to
for
look after it.
a year. So this house has been sitting there
vacant.
for a year just going, love on me.
I need love.
So I have a key to it, and we told Gami, or asked Gami if it'd be okay. Gami is what I call my grandmother because
How cute is
because
that?
you know, when my mom had me, she was far too young to be a grandma. So Gami it was, because mommy, Gami, G with the yeah. Anyway, so she's Gami.
Adopt that. Everyone adopt it, because
If you're young, if you're older, you can be a Gram. I don't know what that was.
or yeah, no, okay, we're not gonna do it.
Anyway, so we decided we were going to go there, and we got there, and we realized the place needs a little bit of love and affection. So we really started, we dove in mainly to one room, and it took, I would say us, but really it was Brittany who did most of the work.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, until the end. Yeah.
No, even still.
Well, it was the kitchen.
It was the kitchen, which...
Well, okay, so Patrick's Poppy, before he passed away, he was a chef, he was a chef.
He loved to cook.
He loved to cook.
It was his passion. He did a thing, you know.
And so chefs obviously have a million kitchen items to put in the kitchen. So we decided to organize it and put everything on the
And also it's been a year, and there are mice everywhere.
Have you been in the mountains? I'm asking you. Yes, you. Have you been in the mountains?
There are mice.
There are mice.
Everywhere.
525,600
Mices.
Yeah.
How did I know you were going to say mices?
Because you just know me.
I do know you.
That's how many mice.
Back
That's how
of my
many.
hand.
Like literally.
It was it's pretty bad. We went in there, and part of the biggest issue was that there was mouse poop everywhere.
And all of you know that if there's mouse poop on your spoon, you don't eat it.
You don't
right?
eat it because you could get really sick. So
Yeah.
we had to clean every dish, everything. It was insane. It took Brittany about 3 to 4 days. Meanwhile,
Like I was actually doing the math. I think it actually took 3
days.
full 24-hour days.
Yeah, of you really kind of diving into it.
Yeah.
And we did get it done. What was interesting is so right now we're obviously still unemployed. It is obviously
Our
still
choice. Yep.
it's our choice, but it's still up in the air, obviously, because the CDC is
Crappy.
and being crappy to cruises, as everyone knows, since all the cruise lines are leaving America and going to other countries now, including possibly Carnival if the CDC doesn't get it together. But I'd be fine because I'll go with Carnival.
Yep.
But we've got this sense of lack of purpose.
Yeah, lack thereof. There's no sense.
I'm turning the AC down. You talk.
So purpose in life obviously comes a lot of the time with your profession, I feel like. And as performers, performing is obviously your purpose, to like put smiles on faces, to inspire people to become performers if it's young kids or whatever. And so the past year and some change, us as well as so many other performers that we know have been going through such a
purposeless time.
Yeah. Purposeless.
And I know we're being a little bit repetitive because I know we've talked about this before, but it's not like, if any of you who are listening or any of you who are watching really take stock of your life, and if you are someone who at the beginning of COVID, like all of us, were kind of lost and didn't know what to do because your business was closed down or this or this or this or that, it's dependent upon state to state. But what I can say very frankly is by now a majority of people have found some amount of normalcy. We have the vaccines rolling out. We have obviously because how many people caught COVID, those people are now to an extent immune. I know there's some debate about how long they're immune for, but they are immune. The recatch rate's very low. Things are starting to get a little bit better.
A little bit back to
normal, quote unquote.
Yeah.
But if you look at performers, it's not back at all. I mean, Broadway's not open. It's opening, I think, this month. Supposedly at 33% capacity, but Broadway's not open.
That's still not normal. So
normal, like theme parks are open, but shows aren't going on. Disney isn't doing shows. So performers haven't found that, the performing industry unfortunately hasn't found that balance. Now, theater or film and television is obviously very different.
Yes, and shout out to all of our friends who have gotten into that, because that's amazing.
That's amazing, and I'm glad. But
Yes,
you do suck too, because
we want your job.
You get all the money and you work, and we get nothing. No, I'm kidding. Kind of.
It's hard work.
It's hard.
So.
No, I'm not saying it's not hard work. I'm just saying.
No, I'm just saying. I know I have friends that had to do like COVID tests every single day.
Yeah. You mean that it was difficult enough?
Yeah,
but see, that's what I'm willing to. I'm willing to do that.
I am too.
I'm willing to do that.
I would do multiple tests.
We would be literally in a cruise ship. We'd be stuck on a tin can with no chance of catching it unless we went out. But they're going to have restrictions. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But anyway,
It's
point being, performers still haven't really restarted at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to be honest, it does feel a little bit like a slap in the face for us.
Yeah.
I mean, very frankly, it feels like, okay, everybody else's jobs are worth something. The waiter at the bar, or the bartender at the bar, is more important than you and I, who bring joy to people's lives and try to entertain them and make them forget about the sorrows that they go through.
Guys, it is such a weird time. And to say that it's been over a year since this has happened, like I can't even fathom. I can't even comprehend myself, and I've lived through it.
We've actually not performed as of, was it March 18th, which is the last time we performed, and it's been a year.
About a month ago, it was a year.
A year.
Oh, man. It really hurts my heart.
Crazy. It hurts.
But the moral of this story is that the purposelessness that we are feeling, and I giggle because when I'm saying it out loud, it sounds funny, but something like cleaning a cabin that had been vacant for about a year or so
Really made you feel fulfilled?
it fulfilled me in a way that I never knew that I could be fulfilled. I felt like I had a purpose. Like, guys, we were scrubbing. Like,
Don't say we.
I was scrubbing. You did a lot
She
of
keeps trying to.
organization.
No, you keep trying to. No, don't give me credit for things I didn't do. We've talked about
You
this.
organized, though.
I organized for like half a day.
That's true. But it was the stuff I didn't want to do. So he did the stuff I didn't want to do.
Well, yeah,
like,
but
Guys, I don't know if it's just me or if it's any of you guys. Please shout out. But when you're like scrubbing all day, there's a sense of like, this is nice. This is nice.
you're yelling just so you know.
I know. It's because I'm passionate about cleaning, okay? And there had been a few moments where I was like, maybe I should start my own like maid service. I think I'd be good at it.
You would be good at a maid service of some sort.
Yeah, I'm really good at cleaning. But lo and behold, the purposelessness.
Purposelessness. Purposelessness.
It
Yeah, I
kind of
think
came
that's
to
the
an
thing.
end when we finished the kitchen. So
I mean, it didn't come to an end. It got
We
a
still have a-
nice little momentary pause.
yeah,
And we
still
are
have
still planning on, we're planning a couple of things now. We got this that we're currently gonna surprise somebody with, and then we have another possible plan, and then we have another plan for traveling to keep you guys entertained because we have not been doing that lately. But yeah, so that's what we're doing. What else do we have on the notes about things that we I don't want to get to that yet. That's kind of at the end, and that's kind of at the end too.
It is crazy to think that we already did a 6-month stint in Dallas.
That's the other thing, though. You're talking about purposelessness, and that was the thing. I will say that we did at one point feel like we had a purpose, and then we realized that purpose wasn't fulfilling enough.
Yeah.
It wasn't fulfilling.
It was empty.
It wasn't fulfilling just to pay the rent, and
We were working to pay rent.
yeah, we were working to pay rent. No, I mean, no, that's not true, because I was getting out of debt, and I was saving money, and you and I invested in stuff for our future, and we did stuff, but it wasn't a lot.
But it's hindsight 20, I think.
Yeah,
It's funny. My really, really good friend Alicia, which
we've been talking about a lot.
ad nauseum.
That's my word.
She mentioned something to me. I don't know who has Marco Polo, the app out there, but it's amazing. And
I think really only you, Sally, Mary Ann, and Alicia use it.
my little sister made fun of me, and her boyfriend made fun of me because I was like,
Really?
I said, you guys should get Marco Polo. And they were like, that's so old. I was like, oh, what? Am I late to the game? I guess I'm late to the game, but
Well, I mean, I think people use Snapchat because it's the same thing. But
I
then
deleted that.
I just don't know.
Anywho,
it's all the same.
I was talking to her, and
You keep talking. I'm gonna get us some more beer. I'll be right back.
Okay. Oh yeah, we just got beer from Yard House. It's really good. What was I saying? Oh, right, Marco Polo. Alicia was saying, she said this one sentence, and it rung so true in my head. So, like, every dream is training, like, every dream of your, not actual, like, sleeping dreams, but, like, a dream that you've had since you were a little girl, like, getting on Broadway, or, like, or, I don't know, becoming a realtor, or something like that. That is training you for the next dream in your life. And she explained it to me within her own life, and it clicked so much. And I thought that was brilliant. And it brought me to the thought of, I don't know what.
I'm back.
I don't know what my dream is at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, we talked a lot. We talked a lot in the car today. I was listening to Marco Polo that Alicia Marco Polo that Alicia had sent to Brittany, and Alicia and Mike are both in Pittsburgh, and they're two people that we would love to be around. They'd be great friends and stuff. So we were talking, about moving there possibly, or I don't know, but the whole conversation being like, we don't know what to do because we have so many pulls in so many directions. We want to have kids relatively soon. Surprise. Relatively, y'all, we got to get married first. Don't get
Yes.
too excited. And we need a dog first. But,
Or
you
two.
know,
A
you
dog
want
and
2 dogs?
a dog and a cat.
Or 2 dogs?
Or 2 dogs and a cat.
No.
Guys, you gotta help me. I need a cat.
Do you, though?
I do, a Maine Coon.
Do you need a cat?
A Maine Coon.
I don't think you need a
I
cat.
think you need a Maine Coon.
No, I don't.
Right.
Anyway.
We'll tell you who wins in a couple of years.
In a couple of years. But, like, you know, we're going through that. There's just so... this, you know, talking about the... You know, we're talking about the journeys of our physical journeys and then also the journey of life. And right now our physical journeys have been actually pretty constant. It's actually, we were talking about that, how like nonstop, the universe, God, whatever you believe in, we do believe in God. And God has been directing us constantly, opening doors that keep us moving. And we were talking about that and how that must mean that we're supposed to be doing this, but at the same time, it makes us feel like we're a little lost. I don't know. There's so
It's always
much.
like, but why? Why?
And then should we make a decision and go in a certain direction?
And then the what if, which is my.
Well, yeah, you always go.
That's
You do the what ifs.
Yeah, but like, I don't think I'm the only one, and if I am, then that is sad. But
You're not the only person who gets scared. What ifs
yeah.
are just fear. That's
Yeah.
all it is.
Very
Yeah.
fear based.
And if you make your decisions based on fear, then you're not really making decisions.
But isn't it crazy? Like, I feel like, especially for myself, and I don't want to speak for you, but you can agree if you want to.
I don't agree.
I've always had the answer just right there. I really have. I haven't had to really look for it.
You seem to have been, from what I know of your life in general, you seem to have been constantly blessed with the easy road.
Yeah, and I never saw it that way. You know, I've obviously always thought I was blessed. I've had jobs after jobs, and it was amazing. But I never saw it that way until now, where it's like I all I want is the answer. That's all I want. The answer as to where my purpose is.
You want to be told that 2 + 2 = 4, but
Yeah,
you don't want to
instead of
figure out
solving it
why 2
myself.
+ 2 = 4.
And I think that's my personal obstacle, I guess, right
Yeah.
now. Well, right now, this past year and some change.
Well, I
has
think
been.
that overall this is a life thing that you struggle with in general.
But I was going to actually bring that up. This whole year COVID pandemic thing has pros.
oh,
And
yeah.
that's one of them. And I would never have been able to just sit here and reflect what we were talking about
Yeah.
on the past year and what I've learned about myself and what I've learned about our relationship and what I've learned about performing and not performing just within a year.
Yeah.
And it's really cool because if I can take anything away from this horrible pandemic, it's that. That's the only pro. Really.
I mean, it's not the only pro, but there are lots of pros. I do think that you and I are closer in a certain way because of the pandemic.
Yes, you're right.
And you know, we are reaching. I don't want this to cut off too, and we are reaching that point where we'll get to the end. But I will say one of the things that I find interesting is that we've reached out. Like there's been a lot of people that I've grown closer to because of the pandemic. There are people I need to reach out to more.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
My friend Aaron Colby. If anybody knows Aaron Colby, you know how amazing that human is. Him and his husband and his beautiful daughter are moving. I think they're moving. I gotta call them, but like I haven't talked to him in a while. We talked at the beginning of the pandemic, and we haven't talked since. And he is gonna be my best man, so
Ayo.
I kind of have to reach out to him and talk to him. But like, there are other people who Brian Wood and I talk at least once every
Love you, Brian.
month.
Yeah.
And usually they end up being 3-hour conversations because me and him are cut from the same cloth, except for he's black and gay and I'm white and straight. And I don't know.
Yin and yang.
Yin and yang. We are the yin and yang of each other.
I actually saw a little post on Instagram. I think Amethyst, Amo, if you're listening. Hi.
Oh, Amethyst. I wish
we
would've
almost
done
worked
that
with her and
contract.
then
Oh, yeah.
COVID happened. But she posted a thing, and I wish I had it in front of me because I can't say it verbatim. But it was basically saying, supposedly there was a thing on Instagram going around like, if those people that you wished were there weren't there during the pandemic, you should let them go, kind of thing, like Friends. And the thing she posted was a repost of someone saying you don't ever know what's going on in someone's life. And, you know,
you said that and immediately was like bristled a little bit and was like, wait,
Yeah.
you agree with that? Because
no,
I'm about
I
to
don't.
like,
I don't at all.
Yeah.
And that's my little, like, to everyone, just remember, like, your best friend, aka Lindsay Allwine, I love you.
You have a lot of best friends.
I know I do. But, like, they could be going through the worst thing in their life, and you'll never know unless you're there for them.
Or unless you reach out.
Yeah, so that was the moral of the story is reach out to the people you love because it's going to mean something at some point.
I mean, where we are in our undisclosed location right now is because it's important to us to show up. Showing up is one of the most important things.
Absolutely.
And we've tried to do it a lot in our lives. When Aaron adopted Sloan, we showed up and saw Sloan when she was a baby. And then when it was Joey's surprise party in Vegas, I mean, granted, it was Vegas. It didn't take much convincing, but we showed up and we did that. With Brian, we made sure when we got off the ship, we would show up and we'd go see him during our port times. We went and had brunch at, what was the name of that place? We loved it. Tap 42. Tap 42. I think we went there with Brian like twice, 2 or 3 times. And then you and I went there all the time for brunch. You know, the showing up for my stepdad's memorial and making sure we were there for that, showing up to, you know,
if you can just show up, like, it means so much more than you'll ever understand to those people. Yeah. And we didn't even really understand it until this year.
The first time I understood it was when I showed up for Aaron. I think that was the pinnacle of me deciding I need to show up no matter what. And that was the same trip that we also went and saw Sars and Simone.
We surprised Sars for her birthday.
Yeah, we saw Sars for her birthday and we went around and that was amazing. And then I think that trip, like we drove a lot. Yeah. It was a 2-week on the Pride. It was a 2-week dry dock, and we drove from. We might have flown to California or Colorado.
We did fly.
Yeah, and then we drove from Dallas to Florida, and then from Florida to Pennsylvania, and then we just drove all over the place. But it was because it was important to show up, which does lead us to kind of roundabout. We do want to say, you know, that 4-hour conversation with Scott and Celine was fantastic.
Oh, it was actually like cathartic.
Cathartic.
Cathartic. No, it was. It was really nice just to talk.
It was nice to talk to them, and that's kind of been. We also had a chat with Josh and Grace. Take Two
duo.
Tuxie Duo.
No, that's someone else.
Oh, that's the other one.
Take Two.
Yeah,
Take Two.
Oh my God, too many people.
I know.
But we
amazing.
chatted with them and we had such a great conversation with them, and it was so nice to catch up with them and just talk. And so we want you guys to know, for any of you who are listening, even guests, even people who may not think,
literally anyone,
we don't think of you. You know, if you ever want to talk, like, just reach out
to us, message us and say, hey, let's do a Zoom date. Let's do a Facebook video chat.
It may be not that week. It may be, later.
No, we'll just schedule it.
But we'll schedule it and we'll figure it out. It's really important to us to, and the only way we're going to have material and journey material and stuff like that is if you guys give us material to use. And we are having people who are telling us, go to this place, go to that place, go try this brewery, go try that beer.
Yeah.
Things like, I'm going to try to do keto, which, isn't going well when you have to do beer and keto. I guess you're going to drink all the beer. I got to lose some weight. But I'm getting there. Not right now, clearly. But yeah, please.
It's so important to us to make sure that all of you know that we are here no matter what. You can message us, you can video chat us, you can literally call us. I believe our WhatsApp is actually on Facebook. So anything, because we've had moments where we wished we would have had someone to talk to, even though we knew we had people to talk to. We didn't necessarily reach out. Yeah. So it's so important to reach out and just we can be there for you, especially performers. We know, we get it. We're there with you.
Yep.
So we'd love to chat, and you can tell us your deepest, darkest feelings. And
that sounds kind of creepy.
Well, and your scenarios of the last year.
Your deepest, darkest secrets. No, you gotta. I told you last time. You gotta put the microphone like this and go. Luke.
Oh, that was horrible, baby.
I can't get as low as James Earl Jones. Who can go that?
Luke.
Oh, that's kind of creepy.
I am your father.
That's creepy.
Ow, that actually really hurt. Anyways.
So anyway, lots of love out to y'all. We
Yeah.
are back. We will be posting another. We'll get this up soon, and we will post another
Next
YouTube
week.
thing next week.
Yeah.
Please follow us on Instagram at A PP Journey. Please follow us on Spotify at A PP Journey. Please follow us on YouTube on A PP Journey.
We'll
We're-
actually link all of these in this YouTube video.
Yeah, we'll
so.
link them all, and then we'll also hopefully going to have some YouTube videos up in the near time future, just some
Yeah,
random
just the
things,
travels and
travel
stuff, yeah.
things, and keep an eye out on what our next little couple of travels are, and because we're going to be doing a couple of things in the next 3 weeks, we're going to probably do 2 destinations soon, and one
Ooh.
of them is a family favorite of our family favorite. Well, yeah, it's a personal favorite of ours. So. Oh God.
In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight.
Boom, 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 boom,
In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight.
That was actually the best we've ever done.
Yeah, that's okay. It's been 4 weeks. So we
Good-
out.
Goodbye. Don't yell into the
Okay.
microphone.
Goodbye.
Bye.